Welcome back. That's what we're focusing on this morning. We've got Abimbola Ayuba, who is a retired air commodore and a warfare specialist. He's acquired competencies in peace support operations, both at the national, regional, and global level. He's also researched on proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Thank you for coming on this morning. This is a matter that clearly concerns everyone. As a matter of fact, it looks as if as the days go by, it becomes more dramatic and more alarming. Look at that, for instance, when herdsmen are reported to overrun a local government in Ondo. And many people just keep asking, what in the world is going on? What do you think is happening? Do you think these are herdsmen or just plain terrorists?
Thank you very much for that question, Chamberlain. It's important at this stage for us to really get the definitions right. What terminologies do we use to define some of this phenomenon that is showing up? You call some people herdsmen. Are they actually herdsmen? Are they foreign terrorist groups? Are they criminals on their own? Are they sponsored people? We must then begin to define who we are actually dealing with. Otherwise, we are going to have a situation where we muddle up all these issues in the basket and it becomes difficult. So
what difference would it make? Because if you take, for instance, and call them terrorists, or you call them militias, or you call them a sect, what difference will it make if the killings continue?
Yes, what makes all this of great concern to everyone is this issue of killings, maiming, destruction, wanton destruction of lives and properties. Of course, when those kind of traits begin to show up, everyone will be convinced, beyond reasonable doubt, that it's beyond foraging for pastures, for cattle, or the cattle are being used as a camouflage or disguise to perpetrate something of a higher...
Yeah, but what's your impression? Because from the results you've seen, you've been in security for a very long time. What do you think? Who do you think these people are?
We need to then take a little bit historical journey, back to the traits. It's been discussed so often in the media, seminars and everywhere. The background to all this, the fact that there are herdsmen, or if you like, pastoralists, because I prefer to use the word pastoralist than herdsmen. Because, of course, when you break that word into two heads, and then it remains only man, and then what are the men up to? You know, the heads are there, they're animals, and they need to be shepherded. Of course, it's common. It's not only in Nigeria that we have people rearing cattle, and people ranching, and people are dealing with conflicts.
Do you think part of the problem is because, I mean, for those who think that we're not willing to hit the nail on the head, to call a spade and not an agricultural implement, and that's why we seem to be playing the ostrich and not addressing this problem headlong?
Yes, the things that have made this situation come to this very disturbing stage is the fact that there were early warning signs that were not heeded to or were not reacted to on time. And there was supposed to be response mechanism, rapid response mechanisms that should have been in place to check the inflow. Because the first things you need to do is to observe the trend of migrations. And then, of course, it's seasonal.
Early warning signs. What are those signs that were there that nobody seemed to have noticed or responded to?
Yes, there are telling signs of when you look at the rate for instance, of migration. Migration could be within intra-border, known people, our own people. Then also there are the issues of foreign herders who also want to seek pasture. Some of them also have hidden agenda to commit crimes.
Foreign herders?
Yes, foreign
armed
herders.
Foreign armed herders can come into this country, just roam free into a country, a sovereign country, and we've got several security agencies. How tenable can that be?
If you look at the trends, you will observe that these issues have been discussed over and over again, and it's therefore if meaningful actions had been taken earlier on. But as you can see, a lot of actions are being taken right now by the government, concerned people, stakeholders.
What kind of actions?
It's like a little bit too late in the day. And of course, whatever it is, this might be able to lower the threshold of violence and then afford more positive dialogue.
So when you say a lot of action is being taken, but is it the right kind of action?
Oh, well, the first issue is the issue of porosity of our borders.
Has that been taken care of?
That has been a long-standing issue which has not been adequately taken care of. Borders really need to be properly fenced, well policed, and of course, with all sorts of security surveillance systems in place to ensure that the moment there are illegal crossings, they are noticed.